and Zook here with C6 Stitch, and today is Saturday, November 25th, 2023. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you're here, spending part of your time with me. You can see we changed our background. We are ready for winter and getting ready for Christmas. And I pulled out my Christmas, this was a Christmas gift from a friend last year. She got me a set of 4 mugs, and there's bowls and plates as well that match the set. So I'm excited. I'm happy. I got my tree up this weekend. I think I set it up on Thanksgiving, and then I decorated it yesterday. So happy Thanksgiving to those in the U.S. who celebrate. I had a very quiet Thanksgiving. It was very nice. I took a long nap in the afternoon. What else did I do? I watched the Macy's Day Parade, and it was just a very relaxing day. Lots of text messages, that type of thing. Did a lot of online shopping. The Black Friday deal started really early this year, so I've been kind of shopping all week to get some of those great deals for Christmas. So I've been doing a lot of shopping, but it's legitimate shopping because they're Christmas gifts. So that's fun. I still have some more decor to do downstairs, a little bit, not too much. I have to put the wreaths up, and I have to put my bedroom Christmas tree up. For those of you who have been with me for a while, you know I have 2, I think they're probably 7 feet pencil trees, so they're the really narrow ones. I have one in my living room, and then I do one in my bedroom as well, and I sleep under the lights of the Christmas tree every night, and I love it. So I have to do the upstairs tree, the bedroom tree, and I have to hang up some wreaths, and then I have to do all my outside decor, which it's chilly out, but it's sunny today. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to film this video, and then I'm going to film my 2024 plans video finally, and then I think I'm going to go out and try to hang up some outside decorations. So I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, a great Black Friday if you celebrate or shop or anything. I heard online that like the physical, like the brick and mortar stores were pretty empty and pretty dead. I went to brunch with a friend on Black Friday because her birthday is on Monday, and we got in no problem. There was no wait. I mean, we went around 10 a.m. and there was no wait or anything like that. So I don't know. I've been shopping a lot online because there are some good deals online for Black Friday. So I hope you've enjoyed if you are in the U.S. and have celebrated. I just want to say thank you again to Karen for joining me last week for Flosstube with a Friend. Thank you for all your lovely comments about her, or for her, towards her, to her. Yeah, she's really great and very talented stitcher. So thank you, Karen, for joining me, and thank you for joining me on my 200th episode. So that was really, really fun, and we appreciate all of your comments on that video. A couple things I want to tell you about before we get into the whips. First up, speaking of Christmas decor, so I pulled this out. This is quite old. This is plastic canvas. You can see on the bottom there. It's that plastic canvas. I showed you a while ago. I bought like a big gingerbread kit that I think I'm starting next year with Amy from Amy Loves Toads. Right? We're starting next year. Anyway, so I made 2 of them a long time ago. I don't even know when. Maybe I was in junior high or high school. It's been ages, which would be, I was in junior high. I was in high school in the early 90s. So junior high would have been before that, like late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there. I made 2 of them. I made one for my grandmother and I made one for my parents. And I don't know, the top comes off. I think maybe I was probably supposed to probably stitch the top on, but I never did. And it's fine. Like, you can't tell. And you can put little treasures inside. When my grandmother passed away, I got this back. So that's fun to put out. I mean, it's looking a little raggedy, but it's old, and I made it. So I just thought I would share that with you. It's cute. I mean, I was doing French knots. They're okay. They're okay. I just wing things. You know what I mean? But anyway, I just thought you would enjoy that. I like to put it out because it's something I made, but it more reminds me of my grandmother now. So I like having that out. And I know that my mom has one too, which I think she's going to put out for Christmas. So, Mom, if you're watching this, you can put it out for Christmas. The other thing I wanted to tell you about, I feel like I'm like a QVC hostess or something. I have a new product I'm really excited to share with you. This is all, it's two people's fault. Of course, not my fault. This is a product, it's free. So let me just start with that. It's really not a sales thing. I'm just joking about that. It's a free thing. It's for people who are looking for ways to keep track of their chart inventory. Okay. So if you wanted to keep, if you have trouble, like maybe you accidentally buy more than one chart at a time because you forget what you have. I have tried the apps and stuff. I don't know. And for some reason, they don't super work well for me. So my friend Fawn, who is half of Sanctum Stitching, which I will link them down below. I don't think they've uploaded in a little while, but they have I think it's a mid-year whip parade up, so you can go check that out and encourage them to film again because I love it when they film. But Fawn said, she sent me a message and she said, I don't know, Fawn, what made you think of this? If it was, because last week for my giveaways, I did one of the things I gave away was the Hannah Sanderson chart that I said I'd bought like 3 times because I love it and I kept forgetting I had it. And so she reached out and she said, I have this friend Beth who uploaded this video, which I'll tell you about in a minute, and it's a great way to like organize your chart so you know what you have. And she's like, here's the link to the video, which I'm also going to link. So Beth is from Busy Bee Stitches, and I will link the video down below so you can check this out and see if it will work for you. Like most things, anytime you're setting up a new system, it's going to take a little bit of work on your part to set this up. But let me show you. And she does a much better job explaining it and everything. I'm just going to do a quick overview because I really want you to go watch the video that I'm going to link below. So it's called Google Keep. And you might already know about it. And I'm just catching up with the times. So if you are an Android user, you probably already know about it. If you are an Apple user, you can get it for free. It works just fine on your Apple products. So what I did is I went to my phone, and this is what it looks like, Google Keep. So I just went to the App Store and I searched Google Keep. I have a Gmail is my email address, so I have a Gmail account. And when I go into the Gmail account and I go under the application options, Google Keep is in there. I mean, you might have to download the app first, and because it's connected to your Gmail account. And so you can use it on your phone, you can use it on your laptop or your computer, your tablet, whatever you use. But what I love about it is 2 things. And this is what Beth goes over too. She goes over the pros and cons, what she sees as the pros and cons. And she's like a software developer or something. So like she knows her stuff way better than I do. So Google Keep. So I like it because it's on my phone. And if I'm at a retreat and I'm like, oh, I really like that chart, but wait, let me see if I have it. It's on my phone. If I'm at a cross stitch shop and trying to be enabled by a friend, I can say like, oh, do I already have that or not? Now, when you open it up, so I just tapped on it and it opens it up. What I love about it is the pictures. So you can have pictures, which I just pulled these pictures from online. I just typed in the chart name, copied the picture over. And I was laying in bed one night and I was like, let me play around with it and see how easy it is to use. And so I just put in a few that I just knew off the top of my head, right? Like I wasn't trying to do anything. I was just like, oh, these come to mind because I was working really hard on kitting some things up. And so you have that, and then you can click on it, and then it pulls up whatever information you put in here. So I put the title, and this is all from Beth, who gave me this idea. The title, the chart designer, she suggested putting in the chart size, which I think is a great idea because if you happen to stumble upon a fabric sale and you're like, ooh, what do I need kitted up? And I don't know what size I need, you have it here on your phone. And then you can also tag it. So I have it tagged. It's kind of hard to see here. Fancy Ladies and Winter. That's the tags I chose. You can choose whatever tags you want. You make them all up. And so if I'm looking for a winter piece or I feel like working on a fancy lady, I can look for that. Now, this is a good way to keep track of your charts, but I think it's also a good way to keep track of your whips. So when I do like a new start, basically I keep a track of it on note cards now. But I think this is going to be a little more streamlined, and I'll have it with me. I'm not great about keeping up with my note cards, but I could say like one of my tags is going to be a whip, right? And so I can put in a note, Sal started with so and so, or here's the hashtag for the Sal, or finish this piece on such and such a day. Everything that I would normally keep track of on my note cards, I can just keep it on my phone or my laptop. So I love it. I want to tell you about it. It's free of charge. There's no cost to it. I haven't paid a dime for this to get the pictures up or anything like that. There's a lot more. I mean, again, like I said, go check out the video that I'm going to link below of Beth. But I'm kind of obsessed with it. And the way I figure I'm going to do it is, my charts are alphabetized by designer name. So like, I'll just take all the A's and input them. And then, if I can do, a letter a day or something like that, then, in a month, you'll have all your charts organized. I am going to go through and do all my whips as well. So it will take some time, of course, to get it uploaded and set up for you, but then you have it kind of all in one place. So I really do like that. And like I said, it works on Android or Apple, which is really super nice. So I was so excited about that. So thank you so much, Fawn, for showing me that and kind of bringing that to my attention, because I had no idea, and I'm obsessed with it right now. And thank you to Beth. I don't know Beth at all. I don't even know if she watches my videos, but Beth, if you stumble across this, thank you so much for the work that you did in developing that video. It was really great. She gives you a tutorial on how to do it and all this stuff. So it's a really, really great video, and I appreciate kind of her honesty in the pros and cons of it. So go check that out. Okay, let's get into the stitching for this week. Okay, I have 3 new starts this week. Let me start with the most recent one. Okay. So this is Christmas Elf Fairy. This was sent to me by Robin a long time ago. Robin of Bird's Eye Stitches. I started this with my friend Candy from the 614 Stitcher. We decided to start it on Black Friday. I love it. I think it's such a sweet piece. I started this on, what is this? This is 30 count fabric from the Primitive Hair, and it's a snowflake fabric. I got almost, like, I had her face done. I have started frogging this. We had our magazine monthly Zoom call. Through that group, we do a monthly Zoom call. It's usually the last Saturday of the month. And so I started frogging this because I reached out to Gary. I asked for advice on placement because he used the same fabric for his fairy. And he gave me some great tips for how to place it. He said, cut out a piece of paper, the size of the finished, like, you do when you go to your cross stitch calculator, put in the size, but don't add in the border, and then just kind of cut out a piece of paper and kind of move it around and see where it fits. Well, so I did that, which was very helpful. But what I didn't take into account is her face. Like, her face comes out to about here, which means that it would look like she has an extra long nose. It looks really funny. I took her face out. Extra long nose because of that snowflake. So I did not adjust it well. So I have to frog everything. So I only worked on this a couple hours last night, Candy, and then I have to frog everything out and restart it. So I'm not even counting this as an actual start. I'm going to move the face somewhere like over here. And I think I'm going to start at like the nose. I don't know. Maybe I have to move it down more to like here where it's safer. I'm not sure. But I have to take out what I did. I was just kind of, when you're just kind of like, I started this. I really enjoyed it. It was going really fast. I think it's less, not that the Thanksgiving Fairy took me a lot of time necessarily, but this one seems even less, like there's fewer colors. But now I have to take it all out and restart it. So, like, look, her nose is right there, and the snowflake would have come right out of her nose. So I have to restart that. So I'm not even counting it. But that's where we're at with that one. I will, I actually am not planning on, I'm going to put it over here instead. I'm not planning on restarting it yet this month. Do have it slotted for 2 days in December, so I'll restart it then, but I am going to try to maybe frog it before I start so I can actually get some good stitching and not spending my stitching time frogging. So that was Christmas Elf Fairy. Then I got my last project for Jingle Ball, which is coming up this coming weekend, if you can believe that, December 1st through the 3rd. So I had one more project to work on, and I got it done. And it's by Liz Matthews. It's this festive wreath is what the class is. So they gave us this chart. It has a lot of different sayings. You could have chosen peace or Noel. Joy, I think maybe is one of them. And then there's one that just has these snowflake designs. They're all very cute. I chose Mary. This only took me like 2 hours to stitch. And then, because I got the kit for this one, all the other classes, or the other 2 classes, I should say, I just got the PDF because I figured I can source the products myself. But this one, Liz Matthews handmade these wreaths for everybody. They're garland. And I think she has a tutorial on her page showing you how to make these if you wanted to. But somehow we're going to put this on the wreath and it will make a cute ornament. So I'm looking forward to that. But it's official. All my homework is done for my classes. So I'm excited about that. I was really happy to have all that done. Then I had another new start, which is from this book, Home for the Holidays by Blackbird Designs. I think it's still available. I think a lot of people were working on this a while ago. It's called 'Tis the Season. It's this piece. And I'm stitching this for my mom. And she asked for the English version. So the English says, 'Tis the season to be jolly. So I'll put the English in there. But I've worked on this 2 days. And Mom, if you are watching, fast forward. Because she knows I'm working on it, but I don't want her to see it until it's done. So Mom, if you want to fast forward. And I can't remember what fabric I'm using. It's probably a color and cotton. I'm almost positive it's a color and cotton. But if you want to know, let me know. So I got here, I'm using the Vicki Clayton Silk Pack. And this is where I got to. So I got this kind of first branch done. This is the beak of the cardinal and the little black part of their face. So I'm ready to go into like the red. The first day I stitched, I had messed up somewhere in counting in here, but I had stitched all the way down that branch down to there, and then I had stitched this branch. So when I realized that it wasn't matching up, I probably could have left it and fudged it, but I'm like, you know what? I don't know how it's going to impact the rest of the piece this early on. So I did. I took everything out here, and I took everything out to about up there, and then restitched it all. So I didn't get quite as much done as I had hoped, but it's going actually quicker than I thought overall. I mean, if you don't have to frog, it goes quicker. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this piece. So this is 2 days worth of work, including the frogging in it. And you can see these snowflakes. I was kind of worried that the white wouldn't show up, but it shows up great. I am doing 2 strands. This is probably a 32 count because that's mostly what I stitch on. And it's probably a color and cotton. And if you want to know, I can look up the piece for you. Someday I'll be able to look up on my phone for you. So, but I'm not quite ready for that yet is what I meant to say. Okay, next up is my 25/7 piece, which is Advent Calendar by Crochetta Gogo. And I heard so many people love this one. And I know some people who have bought it. Karen, who you met last week, said she bought it. It's a gorgeous piece. It's so fun to stitch. And I'm really happy with since I've decided on like how I'm going to, what order, like the numbers, if you stitch the numbers go down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, and it goes down like that. I have decided to just take the numbers off altogether, because my plan on this is when I finish it, I'm going to somehow put magnets behind, like on the backing board. And I'm going to have little like cute squares of fabric with numbers on them for like an advent. So you just take off the number, and I want you to be able to hunt. I'm doing this for myself. I want to be able to hunt for the numbers, right? So the numbers would be random, like a real advent calendar. The numbers don't go in order. So that, I mean, obviously this is 25. That one will always be 25, right? It's 25 or 24? 25. So that one will always be 25, which is absolutely fine. But all these others, part of the fun is hunting for it. I love it. All these little images are so cute. And what I love about this too is you could easily, if you just liked 4 of these or something, or you like them all, you could stitch them all as like ornaments for gifts for people, or you could do whatever, like if you're like, oh, I just like these 4, just do that little part of it. You know what I mean? I really love this one, and I'm going to be so sad when I have to put it away. Again, I can't remember what fabric, because I pulled everything out of the bags just to make it easier, but that means I forgot to pull out the fabric. But let me know if you need to know. Okay, so here's where we're at. So I got this square, which is technically number 2. This is done with the kitty cat and the mouse. It is all done. This one has been done. And then I started on this one over here, which is the ornament. So I don't know if I'll get it. What is it? Today's the 25th. So basically 5 more days. So this is just the sprigs coming off the ornament, and this is part of the ribbon of the ornament. I would like to get a lot done. These go pretty fast. I mean, I've worked on this 25/7, so around 25 minutes a day. I have spent 1 full stitching session on this, so about 3 hours to kind of move it forward. And I plan to do that one more time. Like the last day of the month, I plan to just work on just this because I really love it so much. So it's great. It's just such a cute piece. And it's so, I mean, each design, I mean, it goes fast, but it's also intricate enough that it's very interesting to stitch, I guess. So that's where we're at, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, the other piece I worked on was I pulled out Thankful, which is by Jeanette Douglas Designs, and this is part of the Blooming Bouquets series. Started this for Karen's birthday, and the fabric I'm using, I think last week when Karen was on, I said, I think it's 36 count. I am using, it's a Pictureless Plus, it's Legacy linen. And I am using 1 strand, if you can believe it, because I have the silk pack and I want to make sure I have enough to finish it. So I am using 1 strand, but over 32 count. And this is Legacy linen. And I probably should have done it this direction just to save on fabric, but let me show you where I got to. So here's where I got to. So I added more flowers down here and across there, and then I started in on the satin stitch border, which is so pretty, and it's going well. If you've been with me for a while, I really dislike satin stitches because I find it, oh, I moved you, I'm so sorry, because I find it very hard to do for some reason, but these are going really well. And then I started on this design because I was kind of tired of doing the flowers, so I wanted to get started on the interior of the design. So I gave this 2 days, I think, this week. So we got some progress on. So this is pretty close. I mean, I think there's maybe 1 more flower over here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 1 more flower over. So 1 more flower, and then it's going to go down. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2 more flowers down. So maybe it goes down to here and 1 flower out there. So this is pretty close to the size it's going to be. So I should easily be able to fit, like I said, another one on here. Probably not. I mean, again, if I had done it this way and better, I might have been able to fit. Because there's 6 total in this series. So that is where we're at. Now, some of the things we talked about this last week as well. It's so pretty. It looks so pretty on this fabric with the silks. I'm going to take out the words. I haven't quite decided. So this is, you can see those large X's is where I started on, and then there's more designs inside each of them. There's some specialty stitches in here. And you can see this is the satin stitch border around. I'm taking out the words. I haven't decided what I'm going to do in place of the words yet. I do have a borders book, just a book of borders upstairs. So I might take a look at that and see if there's something interesting in there. I've thought about just doing this design and doing it all the way across, but I feel like that might be much like too heavy, right? To have it like all just these rows all the way across. I feel like that would be too heavy. So then I thought about keeping each of these in pieces and then taking these triangles and putting the triangles in there, right, to keep it kind of consistent and keep the colors, and that might lighten it up. Or I also thought, well, what if I just repeated this here and just repeated it down here, like in reverse order, right? So let me know your thoughts if you have any thoughts on what to do with that. But I really like it. It's a beautiful piece, and the silks are gorgeous to work with. It's a silk pack that a friend of ours got for us very generously. Okay, and then next up was autumn montage, which will look like this. I am way up here. This is Pain Free Crafts, artwork by Janet Stever. Where am I? I'm like right in here. Right in here. I haven't started on the acorns yet, but like right before the acorns start. And this is 32 count Lugana that I'm stitching this on, and this is where I got to. So I did a bunch of fill in here. You can see it's kind of like that's unintentional. I didn't even know I had done this like diagonal. So I filled in a lot in there. And I got 408 stitches done, and I am now at 2.36% of the way done. And so, yeah, so you can see I kind of started carrying out there. I spent some time down in here as well. So I think the acorn should be coming in soon, right over here. But when I pull this out, which will be tomorrow, because I pull this out on Sundays for Seasonal Sunday, I will probably kind of carry this over a little more to make it a little, like, try to like straighten it out. It's just kind of a fun game, right? Like, do some stitching and then go back and fill it in. I just kind of find that fun way to stitch. Like, okay, did I get everything and whatnot? So, that's autumn montage. Making good progress. So that's everything I worked on. So I had a start and a finish, a SAF, if you will, start and a finish. I had 2 other starts. And then I worked on 3 projects. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good for this week. Haul. So I just had some little things. Like I had to place a little order from 123 Stitch, which is basically just I needed some cry neck for some upcoming projects and some beads and, you know, just random stuff. Nothing too exciting there. I did go to Acorns on Wednesday. They were open on Wednesday. So I did go there. They have, every year they have a coupon book. And so I picked up the new one, the 2024. You can pick this up even if you are not local because they will ship your orders to you if you want. So you are allowed to use the coupon book even if you, like you could, there's a code on the back. Right? Yeah, there's a code, but once you, and they keep track of who's in the, it's called the Collectors Club. They keep track of who's in the Collectors Club in their system anyway. So like if you order the coupon book and you place an order, like if you're not actually local where you can go into the store, they will know and they will apply the discount, or you could just tell them when you order. But there is a code on each of the coupons. Anyway, so I've done this for the past few years. It's a great deal. I think these are like $12. And I mean, one coupon, it's 20% off. I don't want to show you because the code is on the front, but like they switch around. Like, so one month it might be 20% off your floss. It might be, the next month might be 20% off your fabric. You can only use it one time during the month because they take the coupon. For example, January's is 20% off your entire purchase. And then they have one, which is super fun. it's a mystery discount. So they have a basket and you draw a poker chip, and it's anywhere from 20 or 30 or 40% off. It depends on the poker chip you draw. But minimum, it's going to be 20% off if you have the coupon book. So you can call Acorns and Threads. There's their phone number right there, 503-292-4457, if you want to purchase the 2024 coupon book. Now, the coupon book, the coupon for November was, in fact, fabric. And lo and behold, I'm kitting up a bunch of things to start. So I bought a bunch of fabric. I've already put that fabric in their respective homes. So, I'm not going to show it all to you, but I'll show it to you when I start it, which a lot of them are going to be next month. So I already put all of that away. And then I got a couple of Christmas gifts, which I can't show you because they're Christmas gifts. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I got the coupon book. And maybe I got a few beads or something for a project coming up. In fact, I wonder where I put those. Now that I'm thinking about it. I might have already put it away in the bags. So anyway, so I did go to Acorns. I did buy a lot. But it was, I think I bought 5 pieces of fabric for upcoming projects. Like, it was all designated for upcoming projects. So that was haul. And then the other piece of haul I got, you may have already seen this. And I asked for permission that it was okay. I wanted to double check that it was okay for me to show this. I got the Garan Christmas box. I think I got the very last, it wasn't officially a box when I contacted them because they said they had all the items, but they ran out of the box itself. So they weren't selling it as like an actual box, but it's not the box that everyone else got. So I got the Christmas mystery box and I love it so much. So I'm going to go through this. I'm going to show you what is in it quickly. If you haven't received yours, and you want to be surprised, fast forward through this because I don't want to ruin the surprise for anybody. There are no more. They have sold out. So there are no more boxes. But the chart, I think they said, would be released next year, in a year from now. Okay, so first up, the tissue paper. It's Ronnie the reindeer is the tissue paper. Okay, which is super cute. And I think that's what the main box was. But that's fine. I'm just so excited because I ordered late and I was like, oh my gosh, are they sold out? And they said, well, we have the kit. We just don't have the box. And so this is they always include a note to let you know what is in the box. So you have this Ronnie the reindeer needle minder. It's very nice. They're always heavy duty needle minders. We got Deck the Hall, or My Big Toe Designs. This is like, it's Ronnie the reindeer again. It's like needle, thread keep bling is what it is. Then we got these from That's So Kelly. These are Bitsy reusable thread drops, which is so great and includes a ring. And they're like a plastic, I think, and they included a Sharpie so that you can write the color name on it. And it says, use wet erase or Sharpie fine marker to label. When you're done with your project, use water or alcohol wipe to erase. So that's really fun. I love that. I love a good, I love floss drops. So that's really fun. And of course they have everything. I'm not sure this is exactly how it came packaged, because I ripped into it as soon as I got it. There's some backing fabric. I believe it's probably from Lady Dots Creates. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a really deep blue, almost green in some light. We got some DMC floss. This is for finishing, along with some ribbon. We got some, let me just throw that at you. We got some floss. Some of it's DMC, some of it looks like it's Weeks for the project itself. We got, this is some backing board and some batting that we got for finishing. So they gave us everything, not just to stitch the piece, but to finish it as well, which is really, I think, fantastic. Of course, I'm saving the chart for last. Of course I am. Okay, and then we got the fabric. So they had a choice of 16 count or 32 count. And so I got the 32 count. And this is 32 count linen. It's called Angel Wing. And it's by Fabrics by Stephanie. And here's our piece. It's like a really light blue. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous fabric. And I apologize for all the crinkling, but like there's this cute little, I mean, the packaging is just so, it really is like opening a present. Okay. And then the chart. The chart, which I love so much. It is by Hands On Designs. It was created specifically for the Christmas mystery box, and it's called Deck the Halls. And this is what it looks like. Now, the chart will be available, I think, a year from now, if you just want the chart. But you have enough in here to make all 3 of these and to fully finish all 3 of them. And this is by Kathy of Hands On Design. I love this aesthetic. It's very like Scandinavian design, which I love. I love it. And so I watched Gary and Rennie. Check out their video. I'll link it down below where they did the reveal, and they had a conversation with Kathy talking about how she got the inspiration for this and all that, which is, it's just great to watch. So I'll link that video down below. It's their latest Flosstube. But she was saying that this is like peering into your tree. These are the branches of the tree. So it's like you're peering into the tree, looking at these hanging on your tree. But then you actually hang them on your tree. It's like Inception. Right? It's gorgeous. I love these. I love everything in this, but that chart, and just to have everything ready to go is fantastic. And I feel so fortunate that I got like the last box that they had. But like I said, the chart, if you like the chart, it will be available next year. Okay. So that's my haul. Okay, let me just put this over here for now. Sorry for all the rattling. So that's my haul. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I think it's that Acorns haul that like I had a lot, but it's all, like I said, it's all kitted up already. Reminder about the 200th episode giveaway. So it is still open. I am not pulling winners yet. I am going to leave it open. I'm going to pull winners the morning of December 9th, which is 2 weeks from today, because I will not be filming next week because of the Jingle Ball. So if you are interested in knowing what is that about, what's going on, go back to the last Flosstube, the 200th episode, and there are 6 giveaways open internationally. You have to reply on that video because I will not be pulling comments from any other video for if you want to be entered to win any one of those charts or kits or anything. All right, so plans. So let me tell you my plans for the rest of November, and then I'm going to pause, clean up here, and then I'll go into my plans for the rest of December. We have a lot of plans. So for the rest of this month, I am going to continue working on the Advent calendar, of course, for my 25/7. And like I said, I'm going to give it a full day at the end of this month, the last day of the month. I'm just going to give it a full evening of work. I think I'm going to work on 'Tis the Season, the Cardinal piece by Blackbird Designs, one more day this month. Autumn Montage, of course, will get another day this month for Seasonal Sunday. And then I'm going to work on Christmas Dinner. And this is for the acrostic. The acrostic this month is Fox. I have to pull up my calendar. I didn't take great notes. Okay, so for this month's magazine monthly challenge, and this is from a magazine, a very old magazine. I think you can still get the chart as like not in the part of the magazine, but this is called Christmas Dinner. It is by, I think they're called Starburst. Starburst design. This is from Stitcher's World in like the early 2000s, but this is what it will look like. So the monthly theme for the magazine monthly cross stitch is mountains. So I'm going to use this piece because there are mountains in here. And then the acrostic is fox. And so the F in fox was actually for the festive banner, the merry one that I did for the jingle ball. That was the F, and I forgot to mention that. The O, Christmas dinner, because this is my oldest chart that I have. And then the X for Xmas dinner. So this will count for 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to be working on it 3 days, and it will count for 1 theme and 2 letters of the acrostic. And here is where I'm at. So I got a lot more work to do. I'm going to work in here in these mountains. My idea was to finish up the background and then move to the forefront where all the cute animals are. This is just it's probably a 32 count linen. I don't know what I'm stitching it on. But you see the little bears. So that's where we're at. I have messed up. I am off somewhere in the mountains and I don't know where, and I'm just going to keep going and try to fudge it. So that one will be good because I haven't worked on that one in a while. So that is that. And then next Friday is already December 1st. Simon is now here to help us. And on December 1st, Ronnie of Garon is starting a stocking sale. So any stocking, if you already have a whip that's a stocking or you want to start a new stocking, I'm going to participate because I have a bunch of I have a few stockings. So I'm going to start this Dimensions Gold Collection Kit called Enchanted Ornaments Stocking. So this is going to be my new stocking start. And this is the kit. So I'm going to use the kit floss. And it comes with, you get batting in this too. You can't see. You get batting in this too. It comes with 14 count, this blue Ada. My lighting is changing, so I'll try to hurry up here. And I changed it out to an even weave. This is just a 32 count Lugana. It's almost the same. It's almost the same color. And I just got this off of 1, 2, 3 Stitch. So it's just a Lugana. So I will be looking. I got to get this all prepped and everything. Here's some pretty gold metallic thread. So I will be working on that on December 1st. So that will be fun. Okay, I'll put this away later. So that is for the rest of this week and December 1st, before I see you next week. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause. I'm going to clean up around here, and I'm going to pull my December plans and come back and show you everything that I'm going to work on for December. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have a huge pile right next to me, and the lighting has shifted, so I'm hoping you can still see me okay. I know it's going to kind of be a little weird, but okay, so for December, our monthly magazine challenge, our theme is vacation, and our acrostic is voyage. So for the vacation theme, I am going to be starting in the library by Moho Stitches. This is what it looks like. Oh, that lighting. Let me take it out of the stick for you. Sorry about the crinkle. Okay, there we go. It's a beautiful piece. I bought this at Colorado Cross Stitcher with my friend Jessie in May. I think we bought it. And I have the fabric. I have the fabric, which is a Belfast linen in platinum. I don't know, you can't really. And then all the, these are cottage garden threads. So I have everything I need. It's all kitted up. It's ready to go. And that's vacation because I bought it when I was on vacation. And I'm going to start it when I'm on vacation because I'm starting it with Jessie when I go to Colorado for the holidays to see my parents. We're going to get together and start that together. Next, so for the V in Voyage, I'm going to pull out and work on Miniature Marvels. And that's from the World of Cross Stitching magazine. This is issue 315. And I know a lot of you really like this piece. So that is what it will look like. And I'm just stitching this on a 28 count Dove Gray. This is where I'm at so far. So it's getting there. It's getting there. And I love working on this. So I'm going to give this a few days in December. And it's V for vignettes because all of the little pictures are vignettes. Okay, so for O, for the O and the G in Voyage, I'm going to work on Glitter House. This is number 6. Let's take a look. The O for Opal, because I'm using an opalescent fabric. And the G for Glitter. So here's where I'm at. I have 1 through 5 done. My goal is to start and finish number 6. And then next year I will have 7, 8, and 9 to do, and then this piece will be done. And this is what number 6 will look like. So Peach House. So we'll be working on that. For Y and A in Voyage, I'll be pulling out Autumn Montage. The Y because there is yellow thread in there that I'm working with. And the A for Autumn Montage. I'm not going to show that. I just showed it to you. So I'm not going to show you that again. The E, this is another new start. The E is E for Enabled. Is Celtic Winter by Lavender and Lace. I am starting one of these. Pat from Pat's Stitching asked me to start this with her. There we go. I am doing a color conversion of this, so she will look something similar to this, like in blues and silvers and whites. So it's all DMC. I use a lot of conversions for that. And this is one of the fabrics that I bought at Acorns. This is Vintage Smoky White, which I think will look great. This is the same fabric I used for By the Bay. It's white, but it has quite a bit of like light tan modeling behind it, so there is some movement behind it. So let me show you the threads that I'm gonna be using. So you can see they're all like blues and like kind of steely blue, white colors. And I think it will look fantastic on this fabric. So I'm going to be working on that. And then I have a bunch of beads and all that stuff in there as well. So that I was definitely enabled. Like, you know, when somebody messages me and is like, hey, I have that in my chart too, or in my stash. Do you want to start it with me? I'm like, I'm not going to say no. And that's the thing, right? Like this was already in my stash waiting to be started. So why not? Okay. So that is the acrostic and the theme. For my 25/7 piece, I am switching over from Advent Calendar to 12 Days of Christmas, and it's this Bothy Threads kit, which is fantastic. I love working on this. And this looks like it's just a 32 count Lugana that I'm working on. And we have number 1 is completely done. So we'll be starting on number 2, which is exciting. I'm going to have to pick up the pace on this one if I want to ever see it done. But yeah, so there's number 1. These little squares, they are full coverage. There's a lot of color changes. There's a lot going on in them. So they aren't super quick, but they're so beautiful. They are so beautiful. I'm so sorry about this lighting. So number 2, it looks like that. So 2 turtle doves. It's like 2 something doves. I can't remember. Turtle doves. So that will be my 25/7. Now, because I will be traveling at the end of the month, you know, it won't get like a full month's of work on it, but we'll do what we can. Then, another new start. Miss Dina's birthday is in mid-December, December 14th, I believe. And she is doing a salve, an ornament salve. Now, she has one very specific picked out, but she said that we could do any salve that, or any ornament that we wanted. And I have been waiting to start this one. I think 2 or 3 years ago, I was going to do Jolly July and started like 20 some starts, but I did like, I don't know, maybe 12 or something. And I was overwhelmed. So this is Happy Christmas Buck. It is from the December 2018 issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine. Just covering up my address. This is designed by Leslie Tier, and this is what it will look like. Happy Christmas Buck. So this is the ornament I'm going to start for Dina's birthday. There's a bunch of floss for it's 78 high by 102 wide. And there's floss. There's some Krynic. There's some French knots, but I'll probably just do beads for those. So there's a lot going on. And this is another piece of fabric that I bought from Acorns yesterday. It's just a lamb's wool linen in 28 count because I'm going to do like beads and stuff. I don't particularly like lamb's wool, but this was a really great color for this piece, so I got it. I don't have much in 28 count in my stash, and so pretty much anything that has 28 count, I'm going to need to purchase. So that's for Miss Dina's birthday. Then Robin and I both bought this piece, and we've been meaning to start it for a while. So we are going to start it in December. It is by the Victoria Sampler. It is called Bling Tree Sampler. And I have the kit, so I have all the floss with it, which are silks. And originally I thought I wasn't going to do the words around it, but I think I am. I think I'm going to stitch it just as charted. But it has a ton of sequins for the ornaments and Krynic, and I mean, there's just a whole lot going on. And so I also needed fabric for this. I had the thread pack, but I needed fabric for this, and it's just gorgeous. And so I picked up, this is another buy at Acorns yesterday. I picked up 28 count artichoke. I'm stitching something else on artichoke, and it is another stiff linen, which I don't love, but it's 28 count, and I really like. It's like a really light tan, so that's probably a closer colorway. So I think that will look good for Bling Tree, and the floss and all that will stand out on it. So I'm going to work on that. Then, like I said, I'm going to pull out Christmas Elf Fairy. We're going to work on that for a couple of days. And then I already mentioned that in the library, which will happen at the end of the month. How many new starts was that? Was anybody keeping track? The stocking sale, which is December 1, in the library is a new start. I'm not counting Glitter House number 6 as a new start because I'm doing it all in one piece, even though technically it's its own chart, and you could stitch just that piece alone, but I won't count that one. Celtic Winter, that's 3. Happy Christmas Buck, Bling Tree. That's 5 new starts in the month of December. What am I doing? I don't know. It's going to be nuts. But, so those are my December plans. It should be a great month. I'm looking forward to it. I can't believe we're already talking about December, but here we are. So I think that's everything. I'm going to go. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to have a little lunch, and then I'm going to film my 2024 plans for you. All right. So thank you all so much for sticking with me. I know this is kind of a longer video, but I really appreciate you. I hope you had a great weekend, and I won't see you next week, but I'll see you in 2 weeks, and I'll give you a full recap of the Jingle Ball. All right, everyone. I'll talk to you later. Bye.